Sealed with science. Professor Lambertine is about to show you something you will never forget. Ah, so rare is it to find fellow intellectuals in this region. 'Tis even rarer to find one capable of comprehending the nature of corrupted crystals. Come to think of it, there was another, a hermit, to whom the church had given sanctuary. Curious fellow, unsociable, rather daft at first impression, yet possessed an amazing affinity toward the scientific pursuits. But to the matter at hand, did you say you wish not to conduct field observations, but to harvest a corrupted crystal? Eat gads, woman. At least take the necessary precautions so that you do not suffer from exposure to its harmful energies. I am beginning to wonder if you have sufficient qualifications to handle such hazardous materials. Still, your ignorance is somehow endearing. Luckily for you, I have precisely the means by which these inherent dangers may be averted. Simply store the crystal you seek within this warded pot to protect yourself from its deleterious efforts. Though I suppose you will be bombarded with its energies until you place it within the vessel. Well, perhaps it shall motivate you to work quickly. In any case, take the pot to Hahasako, a student of mine monitoring the flow of aether at Highbridge. Explain to him your quest, and he shall instruct you in the finer points of crystal harvesting. How many times must I be made to explain myself? I am not contemplating suicide, you imbecile. I have chosen this precise position to perform scientific measurements. A simple clay pot that has been treated on the inside with a special alchemical sealant. What have we here? A containment vessel? Why, this is the handiwork of Professor Lambertine. You thieving knave, I shall call for the... Oh, you say the man himself lent it to you? Then you must have sought me out per his instruction, which means he believes me experienced enough to expound upon his explanations. At last, the recognition I so rightfully deserve. With the utmost care, Hahasako is trying very hard to contain his excitement and is failing. A frabjous day, Kale, that I should be chosen to guide this woman. Yes, I, Hahasako, greatest of Professor Lambertine's pupils, shall see that you successfully quarry your quarry. Your timing is impeccable, in fact. For I was just preparing to procure corrupted crystals from the burning wall for my personal research. There, the devastating destruction caused by the calamity has blessed us with a bounty of sublime specimens. But something tells me that not but a perfect peace will satisfy your high standards, in which case you must needs descend to the deepest depths. Amidst the flowing waters and the murderous mirror nights lies the most fantastic formations I have found thus far. Take this highly advanced researcher's tool and use it to separate a small fragment from the large cluster. Place it within the warded pot and bear it back to me for inspection. The path which leads from Burgundy Falls to the base of the burning wall is treacherous and terrifying. But advance with appropriate caution and you shall surely survive. Well, this should be easy enough. Fly right down. It would not be a lie to say that this sledgehammer was made for harvesting corrupted crystals. Oh, I've never taken this route. And I can't take that route. Unfortunate. Easy peasy. I wonder how much more we have till Garuda. I'd like to get that done tonight, but I don't know if we have the time. I see you've come galumphing back. Have you the crystal then? This warded pot contains a corrupted crystal. What a prodigiously large and lovely crystal. Professor Lambertine will doubtless chortle with joy when you present it to him in person. Oh, and upon your return, do remember to recount how I helped you with your harvesting. And you told me where it was and gave me a hammer. I mean, it was helpful. My keen scholar sense tells me that you've obtained a corrupted crystal. Am I right? If you would grant me a moment to examine the crystal. Ah, it is as you desired. A corrupted crystal overflowing with wind-aspected ether. Remind me, for what purpose did you intend to use this crystal again? What? To breach a barrier comprised of wind-aspected ether? Oh dear, that may prove problematic, as this crystal would only serve to strengthen the barrier. I suppose I am at fault for not inquiring as to your objectives from the start. Had I known your intention, I would have never sent you to Hahasako. But what is science if not trial and error? And can you truly say that this failure has taught you nothing? Think, woman. You now understand the methods necessary to safely collect a corrupted crystal. You will doubtless have no difficulty doing so once more. What's more, the crystal you collected can serve as an invaluable resource for the ethereal studies conducted by the students of Baldessian. You've heard of them? Well, I don't mean to boast, but I have a professional relationship with the organization. Not as equals, of course. I would never be so bold as to claim that level of expertise. Are you all right? Your eyes seem to have glazed over for a moment. Anyway, I shan't keep you from your task. You've still a corrupted crystal to find. A promising prospect. Professor Lambertine knows where you might find the crystal you seek. Corrupted crystals of sufficient size and strength are not all that common, I fear. Fortunately, one of my other students, Sina, claims to have discovered another promising site in eastern Lenosia. Wait, that's not correct. Eastern Lenosia was where she was nearly killed when wandering too close to an imperial castrum. Ahaha. Now that made for an amusing anecdote. It was western Lenosha, Pharaoh Sirius, on the Isles of Umbra, to be precise. I can't recall her exact reasoning, something to do with one of Dalamud's talons or some such nonsense. What I can say for certain is that she is still in Aleport, attempting to gain access to the Isles. Why not travel there and see if Sina's inquiries bear fruit? If you can look past the crass and violent ways of the local pirates, you might find your time there to be quite pleasurable. Oh, and do not forget to take your makeshift warded pot, lest she think you unprepared for the task. Alright, so Aleport. Oh. So I'm gonna take it she's in this building. Nope. Different one. Down here, maybe? Nope. Oh, up there. Corrupted crystals. Madam, I have no interest in being the butt of your jokes, so if you've no other reason for addressing me, kindly leave me be. Well, I'll be damned. Professor Lambertine did send you. Beg your pardon. It seems we got off on the wrong foot. I'm Sina, greatest of the professor's pupils, which is doubtless why he bid you seek me out. Indeed, I am an accomplished scholar with an extensive background in... Oh, gods, just listening to me prattle on and on. I must have given this introduction a dozen times by now. It's probably not pirates. Sina is frustrated with the progress of her research. As I told the professor in my many missives, I believe that the area surrounding Pharaoh Sirius is replete with corrupted crystals of exceptional strength. Unfortunately, I've yet to test my hypothesis, as all access to the Isles of Umbra is prohibited at present, for reasons unknown to me. You see, my attempts to acquire this information are often met with annoyance and disdain. It's rather puzzling, since I always take the time to explain my motivations in great detail to the subjects of my questioning. Mayhap you will have better luck wresting information from these yellow jackets. I've all but given up at this point. Okay, is this somebody up here, or... Yep. Okay, technically they're down below, I guess. Ah, you startled me. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a person at a time like this? What with all this fatuous gossip of spirits and specters haunting the Isles of Umbra? Just because I know it's nonsense doesn't make it any less frightening. Okay. You're keen on traveling to the Isles of Umbra. Bloody elves, lass. Are you drunk or just crazy? Ain't nothing there but death, death, and more death. The Isles of Umbra, what interest have you in that God's forsaken place? Ever since we were forced to abandon Pharaoh Sirius, the Isles have become not more than a graveyard for ships unable to navigate the shores, and a purgatory for the souls dragged down to the depths with them. Fair enough. I would still like to go, though. Ah, Lavenza, you've returned. Tell me of your findings. Really? Infested with the undead, you say? That is a very, very interesting development. Excuse me for a moment while I gather my thoughts. Representing the representative. Sina seems to have regained her composure. Worry not, my friend. I've given your findings some thought, and I've concluded that this talk of spirits is not more than local folklore. As for why all travel to the Isles of Umbra is restricted, well, mayhap it's considered too dangerous owing to the abandonment of Pharaoh Sirius. Yes, well, anyway, while you were questioning those yellow jackets, I paid a visit to the local pub, since even an esteemed scholar like myself enjoys dulling her wits on occasion. It was there that I heard tale of a man named Skyfrin, who was recently detained after returning from, wait for it, the Isles of Umbra. This is the first I've heard of someone actually traveling to and from there, so I'm curious as to how he obtained permission. Mind having a chat with him in my stead? He was arrested, after all, so I'm somewhat reticent to approach him myself. I have to go back. She calls to me, sings to me. Tell Mimi Do I'm sorry. Give him this. He was right. Or you could release me. Yes, release me. I will go and tell her. Let me go to her. What did Skyfriend have to say? That's not terribly helpful. I couldn't care less how much he misses his favorite bar wench. But what was that about a man named Mimidoa? Wait, I know that name. That's the bastard who grabbed my arse the other day at the pub. Well, if you want to give him that feather, be my guest. I'm not going anywhere near him and his wandering hands. Oh, okay, I actually have a feather. I was like, what is she talking about with a feather? Looks like he's trying to do some grab ass right now. Another initiate, are you? No? Then what are you? Speak up, Missy. I can't hear you. Golden feather. This brilliant feather reflects light as if it were actually made of gold. Eh? Bugger me. Is that what I think it is? Nah, couldn't be. You found this? You say? Where do you say you found it? Skyfrin, you say? Was hoping to have a word with the lad, but it sounds like there's not left twixt his ears. He was supposed to help patch up Pharaoh Sirius, he was. Company sent me to supervise the lot of it. Weren't getting work done on their own, see? Half of them walked off, half of them ran off, and half of them up and vanished. What's that? You be looking for passage to the Isles of Umbra? Why didn't you say so? I've been thinking of dispatching someone to take a look on behalf of old Mimidoa. Tell him how the land lies. Ain't nobody been interested till you came a callin'. Whole port's up in arms about spirits or some such. If I had the gill, I'd hire some sell swords and let 'em sort it out. But you'll do in a pinch, you will. Show this parchment to the skipper, and he'll see you there and back. No. First to Cena. So you went and had a word with Mimi Doa. I hope the valuable time you saw fit to waste amounted to something. A slip of parchment granting you crossing to the Isles of Umbra. You mean that disgusting creature was Skyfrin's supervisor or superior? I find that hard to believe. But this writ of passage does appear to be genuine, so it must be true. I must say it is a relief to work with such an industrious woman as you. I look forward to hearing of the discoveries you will make on the Isles of Umbra, without me. The reluctant researcher. Cena has no desire to journey to the Isles of Umbra. Fine, fine. I fail to see the justification for dragging me along on your journey, but if you insist, I will go as well. But 12 is my witness. If you leave me behind to be devoured by some horrid abomination, I shall come back to haunt you. Ha! Take me to the Isles of Umbra, she bids, as if it's as simple as, oh, I see you've got a writ of passage. All right then, climb aboard. This doesn't seem all that bad. I'm not saying I'd like to build a summer home here, but the hells with this. Here, take your pot and go on without me. You've harvested corrupted crystals before, right? So it isn't as though you require my assistance. Speak with the man guarding the gate. I'm sure he'll let you in. Now if you would please excuse me. And I guess she just heads back. Beg your pardon, madam, but how did you come here? Access to this isle is currently restricted. Just show him a pot, as if that means anything to him. An old pot? I'm not sure I follow. Exactly. Oh, I see. You wish to harvest a corrupted crystal. Sorry, friend, but you may have to return empty-handed. Oh. Sweet somethings. David has a simple proposal for you. The writ Master Mimi Doa gave you may grant you access to the island, but only authorized personnel may proceed past this point. Why, you ask? Look up and see for yourself. When that giant mass of crystal struck the lighthouse, it caused severe damage to both the structure and the machinery within that once powered the beacon. Aye, contrary to what the small folk would have you believe, the fires of Pharaoh Sirius were not the product of a mage's thaumaturgy or a colossal arcane bomb, but an elaborate contraption fueled by ethereal energy. Repairs are still ongoing, but it's anyone's guess when they'll be complete. What's worse, all work has ceased since rumors of the Walking Dead drove off our entire crew. Not that those rumors are incorrect. I've observed the fiends from a distance, at the ship graveyard to the south. What's drawn them to our shores is still a mystery, though. I'll make you a deal, Lavenza. Help me unravel this mystery, and I'll bring you your corrupted crystal. In fact, I shall begin searching for one that satisfies your requirements. As for where to begin your inquiries into the situation, It so happens that a party of 3 adventurers came ashore not long ago, seeking to scavenge valuable trinkets at the ship graveyard. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing. I'd be surprised if they knew nothing of the undead infestation. So it might behoove you to question them. It's all there for the taking. 5 bleeding years worth of wrecks in their cargo. But those queer dead things in that voice. Actually, the voice was quite nice. You saw them too, right? Dead people just shambling about without a care in the world. Except when they do seem to care, that is, and start shuffling towards the water. God's that voice, that single fleeting verse. I can still hear it. Stay, stay clear of the southern shore, friend. It took every ounce of my strength to resist. And that's the siren or whatever, if I remember, is the last boss of Pharaoh Sirius. This talk of an alluring voice is disturbingly familiar, as if. But that's impossible. They're all dead, aren't they? History repeating. David is sweating profusely. But if they have returned, that would mean. Oh, beg your pardon. I was just thinking about something. Which reminds me, I received word that Master Mimi Doa would be arriving any moment. Apparently, he grew frustrated waiting for the sweet young lass with skin as soft as phoenix down to return, which I'm assuming is you. I don't know what sort of arrangement you had, but you should probably go and explain yourself. So, are we opening up Pharaoh Sirius? Yeah. No, that's later. Hmm. What's been keeping you, Initiate? I ain't getting any younger, you know. Huh? Some honey-voiced harlot's been calling out to folk what wander near the ship graveyard? And it's stirring up the dead and all? Bloody hells, this takes me back to me days as a cannon boy, sailing under old Mistbeard. But they wouldn't dare, would they? Not after the lesson we learned 'em last time. Bah, they bloody would, though, wouldn't they? Brazen old biddies. Some folks said as the first purge would be the last, but I knew. I know deep down in me bones that this day would come, and come it has. I, I'd bet me bum ear a siren's behind all this. Nay, not one of the sanguine variety, Initiate. I speak of the other kind, them what's got feathers, and lure sailors to a watery grave with their sweet, sweet song. Oh, but it don't end there. No, drowning's just the start. See, even in death, a man stays bound to the beast, forced to do her bid till his corpse can't do it no more. 'Tis a fate I wouldn't wish on me worst enemy, except maybe a drink, and I'd regret it after. Except maybe in drink, and I'd regret it after. Any road, 'tis up to us to stop this hell's-born hussy afore she takes another soul. Of course, we can't send you marching off to war without these. The siren don't have no power over a man can't hear her song. 'Tis lucky for ye I carry a spare pair, and lucky for the both of us I'm a superstitious old sod, huh? Well, she ain't coming to us, so we'd best head over to her. To the ship graveyard, Initiate. If she passes near the shore, she's sure to spy the campfire and come looking. Just a matter of waiting now. I wasn't actually expecting a siren fight here. I remembered Pharaoh Sirius, but I'm beginning to wonder if some sly bugger ain't spun us a yarn here. Uh-oh. There's some Hawkmanner music. Quiet. Do you hear that? 'Tis her. Evidently she travels with an organ. Look, out over the water. She's come, initiate. She's come. Quick, lass. Shove them plugs in your ears and get ready for a fight. Soon as she realizes you're deaf to her ditties, she'll call on her thralls, and we'll be up to our necks in corpses before you know it. Hither, embrace, mine everything, all. True love spurned, her cruelty's reward. Cast out, callous soul, dead to desire. Why don't you fight me? Come on. I'm right here. Spare, mournful mistress, distress. Why? Okay, here we go. At least I'm not... Well, it is synced. I was going to say at least I'm not one-shotting everything. Melody, last breath of death, the rhythm. Dost thou not to relent, regret, forever alone? My love, a river, one look, soul shiver. Yeah, come on. Come over here and fight me. Okay, this dude's got to be like the last one I've got to fight. No more dark eclipse the heart. Okay, so I take it this is maybe still the same one you fight in the dungeon, since we didn't have to actually kill it. Or couldn't. Huh? Am I alright? Ha! I'm better than that, initiate. Happy as a sailor in a whorehouse I am. Of course I'd be happy as a sailor with two... if we'd gutted the songstress. I'd be happy as a sailor with 2 whatses if we had gutted the songstress. But you can't have everything, can you? She'll not come crooning round here again, though. Not for a while, any road. And if she does, well, we know what to do, don't we? Thanks for the help. Bugger me, I've clean forgot your name. Remind me, Lavenza? Don't recall having no initiate by that name. But if you're not me old mate, was name? What? Why have you been so bloody helpful? Never mind. Be seeing you, lassie. All right then. Oh, so now we're gonna, since we solved that mystery, now we're gonna pick up crystals. Hopefully. You mean it was a siren? But how are you able to resist her song? I see. I had heard that Master Mimi Do was involved in the first purge, but I never actually. Having survived an ordeal like that, I can't blame him for carrying earplugs around with him. Anyway, I have something for you. The corrupted crystal you wanted, safely sealed within the pot, just as you requested. Please take it with my compliments. And now back to Cena. We're headed back to Airport. Hop in if you like. Oh, it's you. Welcome back, Lavenza. You're looking remarkably hale, I must say. And more importantly, alive. You are alive, aren't you? Aha! The conquering hero returns bearing a gift. Might I have a closer look? Impressive. Very impressive indeed. Yes, I think you'll be quite pleased with this specimen. Congratulations, Lavenza. Seldom, if ever, have I encountered a corrupted crystal composed of such a volatile overabundance of fire-aspected ether. What? You wanted a corrupted crystal composed of ice-aspected ether to counteract the effects of a raging wind? Ah, well, this specimen won't help you there. Anyone who knows anything about the elements could tell you that. You'll just have to keep looking, I suppose. Oh, God, the runaround. Thank you for watching this video. I've been making a ton of progress and having a blast doing it. If you have too, don't forget to blast that like. That's dumb. Just hit the like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. If you want to see me live, please come and join me on my Twitch. The link is down below. Thank you again for watching this, and have a good one.